Hello everyone, welcome to some Rome 2 Total War gameplay and commentary. And today I was really just in the mood for playing some Rome 2 Total War and playing with Macedon. And I'm going to be doing Napoleon Total War video tomorrow, so expect that to be uploaded tomorrow. And let's look at my army. So like I said, I'm playing as Macedon. I have like 5 pikemen units right here, just standard pikemen. And then I have 2 hoplites, and then over here on my right flank I have 2 royal peltasts. And in my front line I have 4 of these. Well, I have 2 mercenary Thracian peltasts, and then 2 of these light peltasts. Then I have 3 slingers. And last but not least, I have 3 cavalry units. 2 of them are Saracen cavalry, and one of them is companion cavalry. And the only elite cavalry I have right here is my companion cavalry. So my army is pretty much like all around decent except for my cavalry. And my opponent playing as Rome, going on the defensive today. He has 3 of these levies. 1 gladiator unit somewhere, right here. And then he has 1 auxiliary Numidian cavalry and 2 Praetorian Guard. 1 Velites, 1 auxiliary spear, 1 Principe, and 2 Praetorians. So he's a pretty weird setup of Romans, to be honest. Oh, and he has 1 legionary cavalry, 1 equites, and then 1 legatus, and Praetorian cavalry and auxiliary Numidian cavalry. So that's his army. It's pretty weird. I like his formation though. But anyways, his army is alright, but personally I tend not to go for elite and heavy units like Praetorian Guard with Rome, because they cost way too much and they aren't really worth it. But that's just my opinion on them. Because if you have the overwhelming numbers, you can easily just destroy any Praetorian Guard unit. And these pikemen here can destroy a Praetorian Guard unit head on with their pike formation in Phalanx mode. So Praetorian Guard aren't so great, but they're definitely a good unit, but they just cost a lot. So do Royal Peltasts. They cost a lot too, but they're good. I like Royal Peltasts. I'd say all in all, my favorite factions to play as is Macedonia, Carthage. What else? I'd say it's just Macedon, Carthage, and Rome. I don't ever play as Rome though, but I love Rome. And what else? There's gotta be another faction, but I'll think of that later. And here the battle is started. It starts off with me sending up my slingers with their range advantage and start just throwing rocks at these levies right here. So those levies are going to be devastated by this. And just my skirmish units in general are way better than his, so I definitely had this skirmish advantage in this fight right here. As you can see, they're already going to retreat. So here you go, I just put my men in Phalanx mode. Here they go. Oh, that's so badass. I wish they would make a noise when they put down their pikes. That would make it even more badass. So he's going to do a full-on charge once I get to the middle of the map. He charges his men right into my pikes, which is not a good idea. And so here you go, the fight has now commenced, and my cavalry is very bad, keep that in mind, and his cavalry can easily destroy my cavalry. But what I do here is I send in my Saracen cavalry, because I did not want him to get behind the flanks of my pikemen, because if that were to happen, they would instantly retreat. And so pretty much I get my general unit and put in some abilities on this Saracen cavalry, and I send one around to flank, because as you can see, he got into a ball, which is something he never wants to do. He never wants to get in a clumped formation like that. Get into cinematic mode here. It's a pretty awesome fight that's going on right here. And luckily, because I have my hoplites and royal peltasts, they will assist, or my royal peltast will assist in the cavalry fight. That my they won't hold the line. As you can see, they're already going to retreat, but they're just there to keep this cavalry, held and delayed while my infantry comes in to assist into the fight. Get some Praetorian Guard here fighting my pikemen, which my men are winning that fight, just due to the Phalanx formation they were in. Alright, so I'm just trying to get as much close-up action as I can for you guys. And, yeah, so, as you can see, I've won over here. I defeated his Praetorian Guard, and right over here, his infantry is now destroyed. The only infantry he has left is these two guys right here. And his cavalry is soon to retreat just because they are encircled, and my infantry is assisting right here. And so his guys are going to soon quickly retreat. So are my Saracen cavalry. I lost one Saracen cavalry unit already. And here comes some of his Numidian bowmen, or Numidian cavalry. They're going to get hammered, unfortunately, for him. Here we go. His army is now just completely routing. They shattered. And that is the mass rout of the Romans. And so there you have it, a decisive victory for the glory of Macedon. Let's look at the stats. So I deployed more than him, which I used that to my advantage. And yeah, so unfortunately for him, like, he didn't really have a good army. That's what really screwed him over. His army was not good, and he could have defeated my army easily, of course. Anybody can defeat this army, but he could have defeated my army. If I were him, I would have, definitely not charged in to my pike line, my pike formation, my phalanx. Definitely wouldn't have done that. I would have gotten around them and first take out my cavalry, because without my cavalry, then I'd be kind of fucked, because there'd be no one to guard my flanks except for my Royal Peltast, which he can easily take out Royal Peltast with his Praetorian Guard, but it would be a long and stressful fight. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Good game to my opponent. And I will be doing some Napoleon Total War tomorrow. So if you guys want to see that, then yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow. Definitely going to be doing that. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.